those who, okay, wonderful. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy to meet you once again. Dr. Fred Olang, who's going to help you understand how you can use support and resistance, okay, and to make entries, okay, such that you can make wonderful trades. Let me tell you that, gentlemen, trading is the best thing, the best skill that I can advise someone. Why do I say that trading is the best skill I can advise someone to have? Is you can work from anywhere you are, you get any part of the world, you can make money, and you can have freedom. You get it? You can have freedom to work anywhere you want. You can also have the financial freedom because you can make money out of the market. Okay, so let me share my screen and we start right away. I'm so happy that leader Harriet and Mr. Osama, they have already done a great job, okay, of introducing us to TradingView, and not only that, helping us understand how trading works, okay? So I'm just going, this training is going to just build on that you already know, okay? Now, when you look at this chart, I know you can, when you look at this chart, I believe that you can see, I believe when you look at the chart, at least you can identify that this coin is either in this trend or in this trend. Like when you look at this, I saw Leader Harriet did this already with you. When you look at this coin, it's in a downtrend. Are you getting me? So how do you draw trends? Is that you identify those points. Okay? If you can identify those points, which when you make a clear line like this, you can always see them. You get it? Like if I draw a line touching the tip of those points, those candles, you can see the trend. So like this coin SXPUSDT is in a downtrend because it makes higher highs and higher lows. I know you have already done that with our leaders. Okay. You can, but previously, when I go back, you can easily see that this was an uptrend. This getting me, like at this point, like you see here, in between here, that was an uptrend. When I draw my trend line, touching those points, I think when I touch those points, this means this was in an uptrend. Why? The coin is making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. Higher high, higher. When market goes up, when it goes down, it does not come back to the level where it was. Then it makes another big move up. Then when it goes back down, does not come back where it was, makes another move up. When it comes down, it does not go back very deep and makes another move like that. So that's what you call higher highs and higher lows. Okay, but when the market starts moving, when it moves up, when it comes back, it makes another low. It goes beyond at the point where it was. Then when it tries to go up, it does not reach to the previous point where it was. Then at that point we say man, this coin is going down, is in the downtrend. You get it? So you have to understand which trend that you're trading. And to see a trend, at least you have to look at it, a bigger time frame, such as 4 hours or 1 day. You get it? That's how you can know a clear trend. Okay, now you realize that I know Leader Harriet already talked about this. If you don't know how to draw support and resistance, and also trend lines, you can always refer to that video. It's in our YouTube channel, The Game Changers Crypto, The Game Changers Royal Q. Okay, crypto trading. You can find all that content. So today, what I'm looking at is simply drawing those support and resistance which already learned. And then I'm also going to teach us on how to make entries using support and resistance. Okay, using support and resistance. Okay. So there are two simple ways. Okay, you can draw these lines by yourself. The support and resistance line. Like, how do you draw the support and resistance line? You identify those points where if the market reached there, it had a bounce. Like you see, at this point, I think that point. Here, when the market reached here, it bounced back. Even when the market, I think those points where the market touch and then it goes down. Even this, I can also like this. If the market, when the market touched here, it went down. You identify those points where when the market, I think at that point, the market touched and then it bounced back. So those are always important points. If you can draw lines on them, it means that those are wonderful areas. Okay, when the market reaches there, you realize that it tries to fight, and then like I think my lines, I've just used this point to draw them, but when I follow back, when I go back, okay, when I go back, you realize that the market respects these lines. I think you realize that the market respects these lines even when I try to go back. Okay, if I try to go back, I think if I try to go back, you always see that when you are falling, when the market came here, at that point, it went up a bit. So it was a fight for it to go below it. So it's an important support and resistance. Even here, when it came here, it first had to make an up, but the trend was a little strong, then it pushed us down. Then when here, it just went through it. Here, it went through it, but when it reached here, it bounced back. Are you getting me? So you realize that once you draw those areas, okay, the market has always respected those areas as support and resistance. In simple terms, I always want to teach using good examples. Is that in simple terms, when just look at this trading thing as a carina, we call them storage houses. Okay, that if you're falling from up, okay, and you're falling with a big pressure, let's say the upper level or the upper floor has fallen, has collapsed. It does not go down once after the first floor, no, over the ground floor. if the building is having like 6 levels and we fall from the upper level, at least the 50th level will hold you until it fails. It proves that man, the pressure is too much. It will also break. When it breaks, of course, the 4th level will hold you until you break the 4th level, and then you break the 50th, no, the 3rd level will hold you. In the case the 3rd level does not hold you, you fall to the 2nd level. You get it? But the same happens when you are going up. If we are going up, we always face resistance. Okay, if I'm on the ground floor and I want to break through, reach the 8th floor and I'm not using stairs, I might try to break the roof of the 1st floor. It will hold me until I gain enough strength to beat, and then I make a hole in it. I will now go to the what? To the 2nd floor. Okay, when I'm on the 2nd floor and I want to go to the 3rd floor, I have to use a lot of energy, beat the roof of the 3rd floor, and then I'll go. So that's what always happens. So at least if you know where the support and resistances are, you will always make wonderful trades. You get it? And that if this is the support, we have been falling. Let me just show you. We've been going down, and then we come back on this level, and we see signs of going up. You get it? You just go up. You make a trade and enter. Then you make sure you exit on the next resistance. Okay, but in case we prove that we have broken the resistance and we are above it, we even get confirmation that this thing has held us strong. Then you make another entry to target the next resistance. You get it? Of course, there will be some effort around there, but in case we prove that you have broken it, then we shall be targeting the next step. Like you are going to another level, you are going to another level, you're going to another level. Now, even when we are falling, we don't fall like this. No, we always follow those steps. Like you can see, we were falling, we reached here, we fell to break, and then we started falling. But we could not fall like no. We had to the market respects those levels. So in case you know where the support is, okay, you can make trades even when we are going down, as long as you know what you call price action. Okay, so I'm going to help us understand what price action is and how you can make trades. Okay, wonderful trades that will sell and trades that will make you money. You get it even when we are in a downtrend or when we're in an uptrend. Okay, so let's watch this more better. So like I was telling you that you can draw these lines by yourself. If not that, there is another indicator that you can put. It will make for you these lines. Okay, it will make for you the lines which you maybe would not have thought of, but because it is automatic, it will always look at those lines. So TradingView has it. You just go to indicators and you look for pivot points standard. Pivot points standard. Those ones will draw for you these lines. You touch on that thing, pivot point standard. Pivot point standard. I saying it will draw for you those pivot points. You realize that at some point, okay, it will bring for you. Let me first remove mine, and then I'll also show you these ones. Let's delete 9 so that you can really get chance to appreciate these pivot points. Chance to appreciate this pivot points. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I want to put in my pivot points. Now I think those yellow lines, I think it is showing you that this is resistance. It will name this resistance according to the what? To the level. It will show you pivot. Pivot means that is a turning point, like the pivot of the physics. Pivot, those are turning point. And at this point, okay, if we are below it, we are most likely to go down. Okay, then if we go down, the resistance is most likely to, the support is more likely to hold us. If that support does not hold us, then we are most likely to drop to the next support. If that support, that becomes support 1, support 2. If the support 2 does not hold us, we are most likely to go to support 3. If support 3 does not hold us, we are most likely to go to another next support 4. You get it? Now, if we are going up and that means we are going to face resistances. If we go beyond the pivot, we are most likely going, like where we are now, we are between support and the pivot. I think every time we are trying to go beyond this support, we are being held back. I think this. We are held back to come out. But in case we break and close above it, we try to retest this and it goes up, we are more likely going to target the next resistance. And this resistance might pull us back, or we might go beyond it. If we go beyond it, we are more likely going to face another resistance up here. That's the next floor. We are more likely either to break through it or come below it. But in case we go through it, we are most likely going to face another resistance up here. You get it? So we shall always go up until we face a resistance which will surely push us down. And we fail completely to go through it, and then we go back. We go down, and the trend changes. We lose the uptrend, and then we go to downward, downtrend. So your knowledge about this support and resistance can help you make wonderful trades. How can you make wonderful trades? It's simple. Looking at what happens when we go back to the support. You don't make entries until you see that we are back in what? On the support. Let me just get something here and then I show you. Okay. I want to show you and prepare the whiteboard and share the whiteboard. Now, when these markets are moving, there is what we call candlesticks. Okay, I'm sure Leader Harriet showed you some of these things, but candlesticks, like if this is a candlestick, okay, this can be a red candlestick, right? You see, if you don't know how to name these candlesticks, you refer back to that training Leader Harriet made. Okay, maybe there can be another candlestick like this, green candle. That's like this, like this. You get it? like that. Candles are like this. So I want us to see price action candles, because what makes you to enter is the price action when the market comes back on the resistance, or when the market goes to the support. Okay, if you see a price action when the market reaches those levels, that's when you make a decision that, ah man, let me enter this trade. Okay, so the price actions we are looking at are one, engulfing patterns. Let me just give you an example that maybe we have been going down. Maybe we have been going down. I've been having ready candles like this. I think ready candles showing us going down. We are going down. The market is going down like this. All the candles are showing red, 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 red. They might be having some wicks. Others may be not having wicks. But literally, you see ready candles. Are you getting me? And let alone we see a green candle, that's like this. Green candle, like this. That's like this. That's like this. That if I compare this candle, okay, if I compare this candle to this candle, you realize that this one is showing that it is stronger than the previous candle. Are you getting me? That, hey, this is stronger than this. It means that at this level, where the market reached, there are very many buyers than the sellers that have engulfed. That have what? Engulfed. Engulf means it has overpowered. So if this happens on a support, are you getting me? If this happens on a support, that means there are very many chances for the market to just continue going up. So you could literally enter and then make sure you exit before the next support. Let me show it to you in what? I'm going to show it to you in the trade setting, on trading view. Another, hope you have known what engulfing means. However, there is also, because when you know what is about to happen, you can make good decisions. There is also a possibility of the market to do what you call engulfing, which goes down. That engulfing which goes down. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you an example. And to give you another example, Okay. Assuming we have been going up. We have been going up. We've been going up. We have our green candles going up. The market keeps on making wonderful candles going up. There might be some smaller ones. They might even be green or red. Might even be red. But at least you realize that we are going up. The market is going up like this. But let alone we have a red candle like this that engulfs. You get it? That engulfs. That engulfs the what? The green. This red is overpowering the green. That means that there are higher chances of the market reversing, going down. Are you getting me? Going, we are more likely going to go down. It might be temporarily, okay? We might go down temporarily, maybe to come back to the trend line, but you get it. But we are more likely going to what? To go down. So if I see this, I don't make any entry because the market is more likely going to go down until it comes on maybe a support here that will push it up, or it might come back to retest the trend line. Okay, that might push it back and will continue, but this is a sign of going down. Then the other one, what I first showed you as a sign that we are going up. Okay, there's another sign that you can really see that we are going down, that we are going down, or we are going up. Let's say we've been coming down, going down, we've been falling. The market was making candles that falls like this. The market has been making candles that falls. But that alone, we get another candle. You get it? That makes a candle like this. That makes a wick. A candle that makes a what? That makes a wick. I think this candle, it tried to go down. Then it shows that it never closed below these levels. That means around this point, there is a lot of buyers who are really willing to push the market up. Okay, this is a sign of failure down here that shows that, hey man, there are higher chances of us going up because this shows a very strong rejection. It can either be a red colored candle, or it can even be a green colored what? Candle. We call them dodges. Are you getting me? We call them dodges. It can be green or red, but you just make a observation. Around down here, there might be a support. From where it hit and then moved up, there might be a very wonderful support. So this is more likely going to make other candles go up. So you can make an entry on either this very candle, or you just wait and see what happens to the next candle. If you see the next candle is going up, there are higher chances you make an entry and take profit before the next what? Before the next resistance. The same is true. The same is true. The same is very true when we are going down. The same is very true if we have been going up. Let's show this to you. If we've been going up, I've been having our green candles showing that we're going up, showing that we're going up, showing that we're going up, going up. Then let alone, you realize what we call a doji. It can either be green or red, but it has a very long tail like this, showing us something like that. It can either be green or red. But when you look at it, you realize that if you observe very well, clearly up there, okay, there might be a resistance, okay? this is more likely going to push the market down, either to come back to the resistance, or to come back to what? To the support, or to even change the trend. So you have to always be observant on what's happening. Like this is a bad sign. Not really a bad sign, because going down and going up is part of the what? Going down and going up is part of trading. Okay. No market will go up forever. It has to come back. And even when you are going down, no market goes down forever. So if you know signs, because the market always give you signs, it will give you that like this is a sign that, man, at this point up there is a lot of people who are willing. There are a lot of people who are willing to sell. You get it? So they are willing to sell and push the market down. So you can always see. Now let's just go to the real.
Doctor, please unmute your mic.
Sorry about that. Thank you so much for the observation. Thank you so much. Like, have a look at this. We were on a clear uptrend. I think we're on a clear uptrend. Clear uptrend. See. Clear upward. I can touch this point and this point. Going up, first resistance, we come back, we test the support. No, the trend line is okay. We go up again. Okay, we come back, we test the resistance, okay. We go up again. But now we observe, I think this candle, this candle, this one, the red one. If I compare this candle with this candle, this shows that the red, people who are selling are stronger, it engulfed. This is what I was showing you. And that's why you see, we went back and retested the trend line. I think tested the trend line, we tried to cut it, held us for some minutes, but when we came back, that's a sign of failure, that this trend has been broken. That's why we kept on coming down, I think, coming down like this. So that is a good sign that, man, we are going down. Even when we come back here, let me just show you this. We are falling. I think if you look at this, we are going down like this. But when we reached at this support, I think support 1, we came, retested it, we are pushed up, we came, retested again, we did not close below it, but we got a candle that overpowered this. I think this candle engulfed this. So someone who was observant on that would make an entry, okay, on this very candle, taking profit before the next resistance. So you could enter from here like this, enter on this candle. Just show you. You would enter here and take profit before this. I think you would have made 7%. and a trade of 7, even if it's 6%, that was a wonderful trade. So all you have to do is just to observe, just observe and waiting to see what happens when the market comes back on that resistance. Now, when it reached here, it moved through the pivot. But if you had targeted just below this pivot, you would have sold and made your 6%. But the market was so strong that it was pushed, it met the resistance, which pushed it down. But when it came back to the pivot, it was rejected back. I think this candle shows that, hey, even here, these guys are strong. They don't want the market to come back. So if you are observant, you just maybe wait for another candle that shows up movement. But this alone would show you that this was strong. We'd make another entry around here, targeting the next resistance. You would make an entry around maybe on this very candle, targeting the next resistance, because it shows that the momentum is strong. You would move here on this very candle after the cross, targeting the next resistance. Next resistance is this, targeting, you would make it a 4%, I think 3% actually, but it moved beyond that. Oh, it moved so big, 30%, until it made the next resistance, moved around 60%. But my target is not to have big moves. Is not to have big moves, as in my philosophy is just to make some little. If I can make a 3% out of the market, a 2%, as long as I can get very many trades. Okay. So if you realize that the market has left you, just wait until it comes back to the trend line.
Yeah, there is
like at this point, you would have drawn a trend line. Just like that. Would have drawn a trend line. Then you just wait until, like at this point, it's more likely the market is going to come back. But if it comes back to the trend line, what happens? So if you realize that it came back, then on the trend line, it was rejected. At this very, very candle, this one shows that down here is strong. There are more chances of it going up. Then you could make another entry at that candle and target the next resistance. You can keep targeting the next resistance just like that. Just like that. Good. So if I'm trading, I just put there my Fibonacci. No, sorry about Fibonacci. Another person will come and teach you about Fibonacci. It is another indicator that I really love so much. You get it? I just bring in my resistance. Like if I'm following this thing right now, from where the market is, I say if I'm following from where the market is, okay, I realize that currently this is working as our support. I think this line is working as our support. That and this line, I think this is working as our resistance. Okay, so all I have to do is to simply wait and see when the market comes back this line, what happens? And when the market goes back this line, what happens? I think in the last 4 hours, because I'm looking at the 4-hour chart, we tried to go there and then we were rejected. That means there are higher chances of this market coming back. Okay, so I just wait until and see what happens when we go back, when we come back this side, like this. When we came, we were rejected, then we came back to this very point. So I wait and see, do we close below this point, or we get a candle that shows that we are going up? So if I was observing FXP, when we came back to this line, and then we got rejected, and then I got a candle that engulfs. I think this candle engulfed this one. So I could just make an entry on that very candle targeting the next support. So you realize you would have made 7%. But of course, it tried to go beyond to make around 13%, but still we failed and it got rejected and it came back, okay, below this line. That's why we still got back. But if you can just be observant. Where is the support? Where is the resistance? And you just wait for the price action on those what? On those lines. Okay. Give you another example. We are falling. I think we are coming down. I think this. There is a line here. There is a line here. There is a line here. When we came back here, we were falling. Are you getting me? When we came back to retest this, we got a candle, but of course this is still weaker than this. Are you getting me? But we got another candle that shows confirmation. You could either join on this candle and target the next one, the next resistance. So you could join here on this candle. But even when we tried to go down, it was not a serious going down, but we went and retested that. So you would have made a 6% from there. So but however, the market even went beyond and made 18%. So if you just be patient, by the way, trading is about patience. If you just be patient and wait for the market to come back on the support and see what happens when it comes back on the support, you always make trades that will not last long in floating. Like this, we were rejected, of course, but when we came back on to retest the support, we got another candle. I think this candle, of course we got these ones, but they were not very serious to show power. But when we got this one, it shows power. So someone would join on this very candle, you would join here, and then you take profit just before the support. But of course it went beyond that. But even a 6% was good enough. So you can always make trades that are good and that will sell and make you good money. So using support and resistance. I don't know really if there is any other question, but we have already used like 1 hour. Okay. We intend this to have just 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so we have used 1 hour, but it's okay as long as we have learned something. You can type in your questions. You can type in your questions, or you can even unmute your microphone, and then I see how best